Alright, guys, welcome to this very spoopy review today. And in the spirit of Halloween, we're going to be taking a look at one of horror's greatest icons, Michael Myers, in the form of this Neca Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers Ultimate Action Figure. So, without further ado, let's crack this package open, see what we get inside. Taking a look at the packaging, it is made up to look like that poster that originally released for the movie. On the side, you can see much of the same. On the back, you can see a few images of Michael Myers himself, as well as some of his accessories there. At the bottom, you have the legal information and the people who made the figure and stuff. Taking a look at the inside of the flap, you do see a nice promo shot of the figure there, and then you have Mr. Myers in all his glory there. So without further ado, let's get him out of here. Alright, so let's take a closer look at Michael and getting right into the details on the face. He does look really good. This is actually one of my favorite looks for him. Not many might agree, but I think the mask is really well proportioned, and I do like the kind of grey coverall he has instead. You could kind of see, if I zoom in a little bit more, you could kind of see his eyes underneath there. Very creepy looking. And the mask itself does have like some sort of dry brushing going on there. So it isn't just a white piece. Looks really good. And the shaggy looking hair does have nice dry brushing and washes going on through it. Even the suit, you can see, does have washes and dry brushing going on as well. More washes than anything though. I do like how when you move the mask you can see like the human body underneath there, which is pretty cool. Getting right down to the details on the suit, you can see all the nice stitchings and stuff. And as mentioned, the wash does make all those little details pop. It is pretty much just a grey jumpsuit, but still, with the little attentions to details like that, it does look really good. And you can see the old burnt hands. I think it was Halloween 2, where he got lit on fire or something. So he still has those burns. Back is pretty much plain, but I do like how they did the pockets on the softer part of the suit here. So it does kind of make it look a little bit seamless. Getting down to the legs there, more of the same. And down to the black shoes. I always thought it was like steel toe boots he had on, but these more look like dress shoe type things. But nonetheless, does work. I don't know why mine does have like one lone red dot. I don't know if it was meant to be blood or something on the pants, but it is there. And yeah, he does look really good. The underneath just has peg holes. But yeah, I really think this is a nice looking Michael Myers. So definitely, if you want something looking well proportioned, this is probably one that you'd want to go for. Getting right into the articulation, his head does look up only about that far. Does look down about that far. Can get some tilt left and right. And of course, swivel. The shoulders go up about that far. Can rotate around. The edges of the suit is soft, so it does allow it to rotate around. Doesn't have a bicep swivel, but he does have swivels at the elbow. His elbows are double jointed. The wrists do swivel and hinge. He has nothing at the torso, unfortunately. But he does kick forward about this far, kick back about that far. Can do a better split than some Spider-Men. His thighs do have a swivel at the top. Single jointed knee for whatever reason. Could have easily put a double joint there. The knee also does have a swivel on it. The ankles do have a swivel as well. And of course, they kick forward only about that far, go back about that far, and it does have an ankle rocker. So, pretty decently articulated, I think, because he is Michael Myers after all. Not exactly going to be doing backflips and that sort of thing. He just pretty much is going to stand there and look intimidating and scary. So, I think he pulls that off quite well. So, getting right into the accessories on Michael, he does come default in package with 2 open gesture hands. So he does also come with a multitude of gripping hands. He has a gripping hand for like smaller type accessories, and one for like medium type accessories, I guess you could call them. But the thing about these hands is they do have horizontal hinges on them. So if you're looking for that sort of horizontal movement, you could use these hands. And then he comes with another pair of the same type of hands, the smaller and the medium type gripping hand, but these have the vertical hinge on them. So if you want that movement, you can get that off of these hands. And the same for this one as well. Though it's kind of stiff. And lastly for hands, he does come with one larger gripping hand for the right hand side. And this one does have the vertical hinge on this one. He does come with a variety of weapons. And he can't be Michael Myers unless he does come with a kitchen knife. So you can see it is very nicely detailed. You can see a little weathering on the handle there. The blade is a nice silver. And then for some reason, they gave you a completely other knife. Both are the exact same. Not sure why. Maybe they could have done a bloody effect on one of them. But as it is, it's just 2 of the exact same knife. And you can hold those knives nicely in either the horizontally hinged hand or the vertically hinged one. And this goes for either the small or medium gripping hand. Damn, dual wielding Michael, as if he wasn't scary enough already. He does come with an axe, and it does look really nice. Once again, you see that nice silver there, a little bit of weathering on the blade, and on the handle is nicely done. And he can hold that axe nicely in the medium gripping hands. I would not attempt to put that one in the small one though. And then he does come with a crowbar, which is really nicely painted here. And you can see a little bit of blood on the end there. And I like how they did the paint job and then they scuffed the edges up like how a real crowbar is once it gets a lot of use. The crowbar of course fits nicely in either of the smaller gripping hands. He does come with this machete, and it did actually do like a little blood effect on the end there. And it is glossy, so that's kind of cool. But it's pretty simple. Silver paint on the blade there. I do like how they continue the silver along there to kind of make it look like full tang, but does look pretty good. And the handle is just brown. And the machete fits very nicely into the medium hands, so I don't advise trying to squeeze them into the smaller ones. He also does come with the stacker needles that they injected him with some sort of corrosive acid thing, but it is really nicely detailed. I do like how they got the effect of that green chemical, and the needles are painted very nicely at the end there. And those needles will segue us into the alternate head sculpt, which is after he got injected by those, he started like oozing out green blood. So, yeah, it does look really good though. And you can see they added like that glossy effect to it to make it look like wet. So it's pretty much the same head sculpt just with these new paint apps on it. But it does look really good. And even more creepy. He does come with a couple extra accessories though. He does have this 3 stacker candles. And I think this might be what the larger gripping hand was for. Because this is the only gripping hand I think that could actually hold on to this. Can't remember if at any point in the movie he was holding on to candles, but he can hold on to that. But it is nicely detailed. You can see the flames there and a little reflection of the flames on the top. Looks really cool. He does come with a creepy faced pumpkin. Kinda wish this one had a light up effect, but I'm sure I could find a little LED to go inside there. But once again, really nicely detailed. You can even see they went to the effort of painting on the inside the lighter color. And you can even see our candles inside there. So that is really nice. I was kind of trying to see if I could pop the top off it, but it doesn't seem to be able to come out. But really cool prop. It does come with a small, very small, but nicely detailed, like bag of pills or something. But it does look really good. It does come with this sign for the Strode residence, which is pretty nicely detailed and accurate to the show. It does have the grass effect going on there. Doesn't have anything on the back though. It is a quite fragile material, so just sort of be careful with that one. But in addition to this, it does come with the cardboard cutout that the kids stuck on the sign, which is quite a nice effect. This one is also kind of made of that same flimsy material, so just kind of be careful with that. But it does have that little clip on there, and you can see even the cardboard lines on the back there, which is a nice attention to detail. That does just clip on right there. It's a nice little accessory to have. And lastly, it does come with this empty mask, which is basically representing the last like scene of the show. Obviously, they thought he was dead, but he lives to fight another day, and all that was left behind was his mask. So it can actually be sat on the ground because one side is just completely flat. But they still did give it the same attention to detail as the other head sculpts, with the dry brushing going on through the hair there, and the dry brushing on the mask itself. Really well done. So for height, he does stand about 7.5 inches tall. Quite tall. He is next to McFarlane Batman, Marvel Legends Captain America, and Jada Toys Ken, and SHF Daima Goku, and a Black Series Mando. So pretty nice Michael Myers from Neca there. I do really like this costume quite a lot. I mean, there are some better ones, and nothing could compare to the original, of course, but I do think this Halloween 6 costume did look pretty good. And the built up Michael and stuff like that was pretty good as well. This does look like a quite intimidating height and size and stuff. So definitely a cool one to get if you're into that kind of slasher movie figures and stuff. I did pick up this figure at Walmart. I saw him on the shelf there and thought to myself maybe I should do a Halloween themed review. And it did turn out to be quite a nice figure as well. So wouldn't mind actually trying to like put together a little collection of the slashers from NECA. I do like Jason as well. So if they do have a nice version of him, I will probably pick that one up as well as Freddy, of course. But nonetheless, hope you all enjoyed this review. Hope this helps anybody who's on the fence about getting this figure. And until next time, have a happy Halloween.